Hello Scorpio, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Scorpio for the week of August 29th. Now do keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, so let's go ahead and let's see what we have here for you, Scorpio. I do hope you're doing well. I hope things are going good for you. Now I am using the Tarot Muka as well as the Kipper, or sorry, not the Kipper, the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. All right, let me make sure we're all set up here. I think that's looking just about good enough to me. We'll take 3 of these oracle cards to clarify as we go along. Now Scorpio, why is it that in your readings I always get a repeating color? Okay, there's something about colors right now for you, and I think specifically as those colors relate to your chakras, there's something about you in the energy right now in me reading for the collective, the Scorpio readings. There's always this repeating color. And for you in this case, look at all of the blue. Look at all of the blue here. Can you see all of the blue? Well, that is associated with your throat chakra. This may mean that some of you need to communicate to somebody here. This could be somebody from your past with the 6 of Cups in between the Page and the Knight of Cups. This could also be your mother, as you have the Empress on the board as well. This could be another family member. This could be a friend. I do feel like you've known this person for some time, as the 6 of Cups is prevalent on this reading. I think some of you need to, or are going to be asked to communicate on something here, maybe by the universe, maybe from your guides. Maybe you'll get it in a download, in a dream, or you'll just feel like it's time to communicate on something. Let's dive into this a little bit more. In the overall situation, you do have the 6 of Cups card. Talked about it, I've already mentioned it in this reading, but 6 of Cups is memories of love. It's maybe somebody from the past, something from the past. The 6 of Cups can also be about this idea that in life, sometimes we need to stop to smell the roses. And we need to enjoy what we have now, right? We need to enjoy what we have now and recognize that who knows what will happen in the future, and also understand that the past has already happened. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't feel a certain type of way about the past, but it does say that the past has kind of already happened, right? And so I think that there's maybe something in here related to this for some of you here with the 6 of Cups energy. I think also this is, if you are here for communication, you know, like you need to, or if you're resonating with this idea of communication, I think that some of you have sort of seen the writing on the wall, like you've known that you've had to do this for some time. In the past, you have the Empress and you also have the Page of Cups. It's possible that some of you have welcomed a new child into your family. This is a different timeline, like this is just something that came in. Some of you may have welcomed a new child into your family. The Empress is like the mother archetype, of course. The idea is that, you know, the Empress can be this sign of nurturing something into your life, like a mother would nurture their children. The Page of Cups is this idea of potentially news related to love or life in some area. Again, this could be news of a baby on the way or something like this. This has probably already happened because it's showing up in the past. Anyway, that's just a kind of a side story here that I'm getting in my mind. On a probably more broad level for Scorpios, the Page of Cups could be about the news of a relationship or relationship news, and the Empress can, of course, be about this Venus energy. You can see the Venus symbol here. Venus is the sign of luxury, of love, beauty, romance, also wealth, the finer things in life. And again, the aforementioned mother archetype. the Empress is also about major abundance. Some of you, you may have just recognized how many different paths that you have available to you. I'm thinking of like an abundance of opportunity based on this Empress card and this Page of Cups, or an abundance of news, an abundance of updates. Like some of you have just had a lot of different communication recently, for sure. And I think that there's also this other kind of main storyline here around you needing to communicate with a family member, a friend, a loved one, somebody that you maybe are interested in, or you think is or is interested in you, maybe needing to get clear with a person here. I do see you doing that in the future, because in the future you do have the Knight of Cups as well as the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords really asks you to build a game plan or a strategy to help you out in the best way possible, and in other words, get clear on something, because the Seven of Swords can be some type of deception in one's life. And so, it's almost this idea of like, surprises in life are always going to happen, but the Seven of Swords is like, all right, if you want to try to avoid as many surprises as possible, go ahead and like build out a game plan, or like, make sure you've got all your ducks in a row, if you will, type of deal. And so, yeah, I'm also feeling guided to say that. You have this Knight of Cups, which is about somebody that you think very highly of. This is somebody who you might even be enamored with. This can be a romantic event happening in your life, the arrival of a romantic situation or a romantic event, or a romantic partner coming into your life here. So I have to tell you, I'm a little unclear on what this could be because of the Seven of Swords card that's showing up with the Knight of Cups. It's almost like it could be a lot of different things. So let's go ahead and let's get some clarity on what this might be. Let's try to get some clarity here. So you have the Knight of Swords, you have the Page of Wands, you have the World card, and then you also have the Page of Swords. All right, some of you are like not playing mind games, okay? Like if you are here for relationships, which many of you probably are, whether it's romantic or not romantic, relationships generally, you're not playing mind games, okay? You're not gonna do that. You're gonna get the answer you're looking for, and you're probably just gonna be very forward and blunt, honest, whatever you wanna call it, very, very forward, and that will help you get the answer. That will help you not only create clarity in your situation, but it will also allow you to sort of move forward with something. The Page of Swords might be somebody who plays mind games, okay? This could be somebody who's maybe has an immature energy. Doesn't matter what their age is, their earth age, but they could have maybe an immature energy or mindset about them. And they might be somebody who plays mind games. And some of you are like, what's going on here? Let's get a resolution. And I think like I would not be surprised to see that come in for you. And for you to act in that way with your communication either, and just be like, all right, let's just level here. Let's level with this person. Let's see what they're thinking. Like no mind games. Let's have a heart to heart. Let's have an honest conversation about something. I think that's coming in for some of you here. And the thing is, this act of getting clear with your communication really could provide you with some nice closure because of the World card. World card indicates closure of a scenario or a cycle closing out, a major completion. It's really a good card of success and victory. And I'm getting something about you maybe even setting boundaries, particularly if you're here and you're here for communication as it relates to family. Some of you might set boundaries here, or same with a friend. I wouldn't be surprised on that. And the thing is, boundaries are extremely powerful. Boundaries are sort of like magic because once you set a boundary, it does sort of create this energetic field between you and the other person's energetic field, and it opens up new energy. It opens up your field to bring in new energy into your field or into your life. Boundaries are really quite powerful. They're very hard to set for many people, and I'm certain that many people who watch my readings and people who watch other tarot readings, boundaries might be very hard because as an empath or somebody who's empathic, it's hard to set boundaries. But it's one of the most magical, sort of powerful things that you could do for yourself and your own energy. And I do think that some of you are doing that. It felt like talking about boundaries here for whatever reason. You have this Knight of Swords and the Page of Wands in the past. There's been some sort of news here, okay? There's been an abundance of news. There's been an abundance of communication with the double pages, the Page of Cups, Page of Wands, but then also the Empress indicating abundance and the Knight of Swords indicating something that happens very quickly, chaos, or something that, it might not be negative chaos. It just might be something that's chaotic, like just something that's happening quickly, even springing out of nowhere. This could, and I think that this might have just, there was like some element of speed that came along with this news or this abundance of information that you acquired here, because the Page of Wands can be something it's like the energy of energy. You can see the volcano in the background erupting. And then also the Knight of Swords is something that's quick. And this idea of an abundance of information, it's like there's been some speed with the information you've acquired recently. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 3 oracle cards here. So you have the Shekinah, Sacred Self, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. You have the Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. And then you also have Master Jesus, forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. We did get this Mother archetype here, but now we're getting this Father archetype according to this Oracle deck. I do think that it's family related for some of you. Also understand that forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. Okay, you can forgive somebody, or you can come to a place of forgiveness, but also choose to not spend your time with that person. That is certainly something that I think maybe some of you are going to also practice as well in the coming, in the future here, or maybe you're even in the process of doing this. I do think that whatever's going on here with communication, this is somebody that you've known for some time, with the 6 of Cups for sure. Let's go ahead and move up the pyramid here. But if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. You have the Ace of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the Tower. All right, so something happening quickly. Okay, there's something absolutely quick here. Is this idea of like an energetic event in one's life with I'm getting like this volcanic energy of just something erupting. And I don't necessarily even think that it's bad. Obviously, an erupting volcano can be very bad. But for whatever reason, I think it's like, it's almost like you've been receiving so much new information, maybe about a person or about yourself, or this could be some type of new understanding that you've seriously been taking on here recently. And this has led to, this is potentially right now leading to a new start in your life. With this 4 of Wands, the 4 of Wands is about a new start, because this can be somebody who's getting married, or this can be an energy of marriage. Of course, when you get married, that is a new start with another person. So it can be about a new start. It can also be about your foundations in the world. And the thing is, the Tower is about you kind of like something collapsing down to its foundation. And so what I would kind of suggest to you here, Scorpio, is that, if there is something that does feel like it's collapsing or falling out of your life, recognize that you do have a firm foundation in the world here, and recognize that even if the building collapses, the foundation will always be there for you, with the 4 of Wands in the Tower showing up. So do keep that in mind. Also understand that towers truly are blessings in disguise in the tarot. And like I said, as is the case with like setting boundaries, when you do that with somebody, yes, it's challenging because you're like entering into new agreements with this person that you set a boundary with, and part of that may mean that you don't talk to them, or you don't talk to them as much. But at the same time, you're opening up energy for something new, in your life. So do keep that in mind. You have the Death card, that's your energy, and then we also have the Ace of Pentacles. Listen, a lot of people are like, well, why is the Death card Scorpio? You know, like, what does that mean? Is that a bad omen? And it's like, I didn't build the tarot. You know, I didn't make the tarot. Scorpio is the sign of transformation. Okay, you have a unique gift, Scorpio, and that is being able to take something that is small and turn it into something that is big. You are truly able to transform people, places, situations, and yourself. And the Death card is about transformation. So don't get worried. Like, some people ask me, like in the Capricorn readings, like, why is the Devil card associated with Capricorn? Well, it's like, there are many meanings to all of these cards, and all of these cards have a very specific reason. And for you, Scorpio, you do have this Death energy, which is about transforming, okay? And also diving deep. You have an amazing ability to be an incredible investigator and to dig deep and dive deep into something. You have the Ace of Pentacles here as well, which is this idea of, you know, planting a seed that can grow into something big into your life. Especially, I think there's absolutely a new beginning here showing up in the cards very strongly for you, Scorpio. So, wow, at the top of the pyramid, you have a third page showing up. So you have 3 pages and 2 energies of a new start, an energy of transformation. And this is probably, you know, new agreements, new contracts, new relationships happening in your life here. And seeing some of the old ones maybe fade out a little bit. I would not be surprised. You then also have this Knight of Wands, which is all about charging in a new direction or taking a new direction, maybe even traveling. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.